minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and let me make a couple of comments first. First of all, I'm hearing the same complaints that everybody else has described. Second, I don't agree that this bill is the solution to those complaints, nor will it minimize or reduce the complaints, and it will create some additional other complaints, even for the things that it would resolve. I don't think we can micromanage examinations in this committee, and when we try to do that, I think we do ourselves a disservice. So, having said that, there is a lot of arbitrariness going on, and one of those sets of arbitrariness I want to direct to Mr. Marquise, because something I think is arbitrary is going on in North Carolina. I don't know if you're familiar with it or not, but the NCUA has announced that it will examine all 52 North Carolina chartered credit unions, completely separate from the North Carolina Credit Union Division. Obviously, as a result of the North Carolina Credit Union Division's decision to allow the North Carolina State Employees Credit Union to release its state CAMEL ratings. There's no rule against that. This is a North Carolina regulated entity, and your reaction to it is that we're going to go out and make the life of 51 other businesses, credit unions, miserable because we don't like what the North Carolina Credit Union Division has done with its own member. That seems to me to be arbitrary, and it's the kind of thing that results in the kind of reactions that you are hearing here, because arbitrariness doesn't seem to make, it doesn't make anybody happy. So maybe you can explain to me why you think the NCUA has the authority with a state-chartered credit union to go on this kind of witch hunt, because I'm real concerned about where we are on this.
When we work with our state regulators, we accept their examination to the fullest extent possible. Sometimes we do joint exams, and sometimes we do separate insurance reviews. We also have an insurance agreement that every credit union agrees to, which is not to release information that is in our records that has to do with an exam report.
There's something in your rules that says this state-chartered entity can't release this CAMEL rating?
They can't release it.
Well, either there is or there isn't, Mr. Marquise. Is there something in your rules that prohibits this?
Yes, there is.
Okay. All right. You're going to send that to me, I'm sure.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go ahead.
And what that does is when a state uploads an exam report in our system, it's a record available to our use.
Okay, but let me accept that. So for the sin of one credit union, you're going to go and subject 51 other credit unions to an extensive examination. That's what you're telling me, and that's rational to you.
Well, what we're saying is we can't accept that exam report being uploaded in our system. If they want to release the CAMEL code, states' rights, we don't care, but we can't have that record in our system. And then we don't have to take exception with that particular credit union or all of those credit unions. We do have a concern with CAMEL code release because the other credit unions aren't releasing their CAMEL code. So what does that speak of about the financial condition of those credit unions, since only one of them has been allowed to release that CAMEL code?
So you're going to subject every state chartered state chartered credit union in North Carolina to an examination just because one credit union released its camel rating, with the authority, mind you, of the state telling them that they had that they could do that.
That is correct.
All right. Well, somebody needs to come and talk to me, because even though I don't like this bill, we might need to add something to it when it gets marked up that that says you can't take that kind of arbitrary action. I think you're way beyond the authority that you have at the federal level to do this.
Thank you. Your time, gentleman's time has expired. Mr. West.
Thank you, Madam